sound man up here. Is that getting out there? Yeah, yeah, okay, good. Sounds all right. Well, there's a great big mystery, and it sure is worrying me. Now this diddy-wah diddy. This diddy-wah diddy. I wish all of you people would tell me what diddy-wah diddy means. Now I went out and walked around, and some little girl said, "Look who's in town, Mr. Diddy-wah diddy. Mr. Diddy-wah diddy." I wish she would tell me what diddy-wah diddy means. I went to church and I put my hat on a seat. The lady sat on and said, "Daddy, you sure is sweet, Mr. Diddy-wah diddy." I wish she would tell me what diddy-wah diddy means. I said, "Sister, I'll soon be gone. Just give me that thing that you sitting on, my diddy-wah diddy. My diddy-wah diddy." I wish she would tell me what that old diddy-wah diddy means. And then I got kicked right out of church, cause to talk about diddy-wah diddy too much, Mr. Diddy-wah diddy. Mr. Diddy-wah diddy. I wish you people would tell me what diddy-wah diddy means. It's a train song. It's a song that all the English railroad men sing all the time. when they go to work in the morning. Old English folk song, you know. Tamp 'em up solid, so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid, but it's so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid, so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid, but it's so they won't come down. Baby, when you marry, get a railroad man. Every day will be payday, well, it's dollar bill in your hand. Baby, in your hand. Baby in your hand, baby in your hand, baby in your hand. Mary and the baby, laying in the bed. Think about the money that I ain't made. So tamp 'em up solid, so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid, but it's so they won't come down. That Captain called the water boy, and the water boy laughed. Captain kicked the water boy, and his yes. So tamp 'em up solid, so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid, but so they won't come down. And if you can do it, and you can do it, and you can do it, so they won't come down. Here's a cigarette tune. All you cigarette smokers. Last time I was here, I smoked this Capstan cigarette, you know? Almost died. Well, nobody's smoking Capstans out there today. Mister, I hope this ain't knowing so. But would you save me that old bud? But it's when you finish choking, 'cause I wants to smoke it. Master, I'm a fool about a cigarette. Well, it's the worst old habit I've ever had. That is, I so want me a cigarette bag. But I'm broke and I ain't got a penny. That's why I can't get any. Yes, I'm a fool about a cigarette. Well, I puff and I puff and puff and puff, but still, well, I just can't get enough. Because like a car needs gasoline, man, I've gotta have my nicotine. Man, I'm a fool about a cigarette. Well, it's mine when you throw your cigarette. Be sure that you don't get it wet. Because when they're wet and broken, and it's so hard to smoke 'em. Yes, I'm a fool about a cigarette. Well, mister, I so hate to bother you, but don't forget when you are through. Don't just step on it and bruise it, 'cause I needs to use it. Yes, I'm a fool about a cigarette. Every woman I know, she's crazy about an automobile. Every woman I know, she's crazy about an automobile. And I'm standing with nothing but rubber heels. Every woman I know, she's crazy about an automobile. Every woman I know, she's gotta have herself an automobile. And I am standing with nothing but rubber heels. They say the walking women home is a thing of the past. The women wants to ride, they wants to ride in class. Some like Cadillacs, some like Fords, something like anything as long as it rolls. Every woman I know is crazy about an automobile. Every woman I know, she's gotta have herself an automobile. And I am standing with nothing but rubber. I know she's crazy about an automobile. Every woman I know, she's gotta have herself an automobile. And I'm standing with nothing but rubber. And they say riding in love just can't be beat. You and your woman in your own front seat. She can play with your keys and shift your gears. Turn on the radio loud enough to hear. She can turn up your heat and flip on your fan. And you start rolling just as fast as you can. Every woman I know is crazy about an automobile. Every woman I know, she's gotta have herself an automobile. As I'm standing with nothing but rubber. When I get me some money, I'm gonna buy me an automobile. Billy the Kid. It's an Irish tune about an Irishman, famous in the United States. Man was so bad and tough that they throw him out of New York City in about 1870 or so. Said you can't stay here anymore. He went west, settled in I guess it was New Mexico. Got famous. Well, I'll sing you a true song about Billy the Kid. And I'll sing you the record of days that he did way out in New Mexico, long time ago, when our man's only friend was his own 44. Well, when Billy the Kid was a very young man in old Silver City, he went to the band way out west with a knife in his hand. At the age of 12 years, he killed his first man. Now it's fair Mexican maids play guitars and sing songs about Billy, their boy, bandit king. Before his young manhood had reached the setting, he didn't lock on his pistol for 21 men. was on one black night that poor Billy died. And he said to his friends, I'm not satisfied. It's 21 men that I put bullets through, and Sheriff Garrett's gonna make 22. Now this is how Billy the Kid met his fate. Big moon was shining and the hour was late. Shot down by Pat Garrett, Silver City's best friend. The poor outlaw's life had reached its sad end. The old Sleepy John Estes tune. Now I asked sweet Mama Lily to be her kid. She said, I might, but I like to behave well. Look at me, she did, and touch my salon. But I might use it for my little while. But just don't let my husband catch you there. Just don't let my husband catch you there. I went upstairs to pack my evening trunk. I never saw no whiskey. The blues made me sloppy drunk. I never saw no whiskey, but the blues made me sloppy drunk. I never saw no whiskey, but the blues made me sloppy drunk. Some said it was beans and some said it was greens. Slow consumption killing you by degrees. It's a slow consumption and it's killing you by degrees. Well, it's a slow consumption and it's killing you by degrees. Well, I asked sweet mama, let me be a kid. She said, I might, but I like to keep it here. Well, she looked at me, see, said, touch my, said I thought I might use you for my man a while. Look at the just don't let my husband catch you there. Just don't let my husband catch you there. I made love to my baby all day and all night. I had to keep on going just to get my flavor right. I kept right on loving all night and all day till I finally realized my little woman had passed away. I'm a hard-riding papa, my head's down to my shoes. Hard-riding papa, paid all my loving dues. Now the old lady's crying mercy, the young women's mourning the blues. While I look over at my baby, she's lying so still and so sweet. Tears were streaming from my eyes, I was filled with misery. But the landlady had been watching through the keyhole in the door. She stuck her head out the window screaming, "Murder! Up on the second floor!" Man, he's a hard-riding papa, and his head down to his shoes. Hard-riding papa paid all his loving dues. The landlady's crying mercy, and the police mourning the blues. Well, they carried me for the judge. She was a lady named Brown. Now she sent out for a court reporter to take my confession down. She asked me for a reason, said, explain it if you could. What made such a bad man be so good? I said, Judge, I'm a hard-riding papa, head down to his shoes. Hard-riding papa, paid all my loving dues. Well, the jury's crying mercy, and the whole courtroom moaning the blues. Well, the judge said this man's a menace to our society. She said he's too dangerous to send him to the penitentiary. I guess I'm gonna have to take the whole responsibility and take this hard-riding papa home with me. Look out, hard-riding papa down to the shoe. Hard-riding papa paid all my loving dues. Well, the old lady's crying mercy, young women's mourning the blues, and everybody's crying mercy. Lord have mercy on me. Here's a tune I'll do for you about a musician who goes to a gig at night and gets off work late every night and comes home. Everybody's asleep.
and it's dark in the town, the neighborhood where he lives, you know, and it's about 4 a.m. and nothing's going on. And he comes home and turns the key in the lock, comes in the house and stands there listening in the dark, and he hears these people talking in the bedroom, whispering. Look out here, come on. And there's little footsteps running, and the window kind of, you know, shuts. Cats are running out the back. Gate shuts in the back. He stands there listening to all this, you know. And it's a bad thing to realize that while you've been at work, you know, working hard, something's been going on in your home, you know. Now I caught a stranger in my house. I busted his head with a club. That's right. I caught a stranger in my house. I busted his head with a club. And then I laid him in my coat with his heels in a tub. And then I saw the sheriff come, and I jumped for the dope. I saw the sheriff coming, and I jumped for the dope. But I jumped too late, 'cause the sheriff, he done jumped before. Well, they buried that man last Thursday, just 2 short days, you see. Now they buried that man last Thursday, just 2 short days, you see. And it makes me wonder what in the world they're gonna do with me. 'Cause I killed that man, and that's the how and how. Well, I killed that man, and that's the how and how. And I'm sitting here wondering, was a woman worth it now? Rope stretching all day long. Rope stretching all day long. And this time tomorrow, well, I won't be able to sing my song. Here's a late night movie tune. When we musicians go on the road all the time, we have to spend a lot of hours looking at TV in the hotel rooms. It says so in all the contracts, you know. It says musicians must spend no less than 6 hours every 24 hours looking at television and eating hamburgers and things. So here's a story about a guy who you see on the late night. It's Don Amici in this war movie, you know. And he's got a job of watching for airplanes during the war in some little island somewhere out in the Pacific, all by himself. And he goes crazy, you know, during the picture keeps flashing back to him. He sort of loses his mind. No one tells him the war is over. He stays there, you know, year after year. He makes up this little story for himself. One of our planes was missing. It was 2 hours overdue. And one of our planes was missing with all its gallant crew. Now the radio sets was humming as we waited for a word. And then a noise broke through the humming, folks. And this is what we heard. A minute on a wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on, that's right. Coming in on the wing and a prayer. What a show, what a fight. Boys, we really hit our targets for tonight. Now we sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's our field over there. With our one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on the wing and a prayer. We're coming in on the wing and a prayer. Coming in on the wing and a prayer. With our full crew on board and I trust in the Lord. We're coming in on the wing and a prayer. Folks, see you tonight, maybe. Kind of wherever it is. Well, let's see. Oh, that's a good one, yeah, okay. Well, it's Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. And you can call him up and tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy. Tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy. Tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy. Tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want.
you wanna get well, tell him what you want. Well, if you're sick, you wanna get well, tell him what you want. Now if you're sick and you wanna get well, tell him what you want. 'Cause you can call him up and tell him what you want. And if you want in his kingdom, tell him what you want. If you want in his kingdom, tell him what you want. And if you want in his kingdom, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Tell him what you want. Oh, Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. It's Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. I gotta go. See you tonight. Thanks a lot. See you this evening.
Right, Cooder, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That is the first standing ovation at Cambridge and thoroughly deserved, but Rye will be back with you later on in the festival because we've got to set up for the other band, otherwise we'll never get through the evening. That's really great to see everyone on their feet at Cambridge. That's magic, really is. Rye Cooder, of course, will be back to consult your programmes, and we'll be seeing a lot more of him before the festival is over, which can only be a good thing.
I'm only here for the music. Go on. I was saying to Jesper. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's alright.
Oh, it's alright, mate, yeah.
Yes, no, what is it?
Yeah, probably. No, I've only got that.
Now, when I was walking up to the stage, I stepped on a guy. I couldn't see him. And there you go. Oh, good. So this guy says, I look down, I see this man lying in on the ground. I said, I'm sorry, you know. It's too dark and I didn't see him, see.
That's alright, it's got a terrible spine. Just needs support.
He says,
I'll just lay on down
well, it's one for the money. Last two for the show. Well, it's three to get ready for. He says, now then go, man, go. That you can do anything that you wanna do. But lay off of my shoes. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything that you wanna do. Stay off of them shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. I said, I'm sorry. Didn't see you sitting there with your blue suede shoes. He said, down in Beale Street, late one night, women got mad and started a fight. Well, split my chin and bust my nose, tore out the back of my best suit of clothes. I said, baby, knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. Said you can do anything that you wanna do, but honey, lay off my shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. If you can do anything that you wanna do, but honey, lay off of my shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. My car and you can burn my house down and steal my liquor from my fruit jar. Said you do anything you wanna do, but honey, lay off my shoes and don't you please step on my shoes. Step on my blue suede shoes and you can do anything that you wanna do, but honey, lay off of my shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, it's blue suede shoes, blue suede shoes, blue suede shoes. That you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Making a lot of noise, isn't it?
Yeah!
Like it's gonna take off. Shit. Too bad. We're not gonna worry about it.
Rock around the clock.
I ain't got time to do that now.
I bet it's the first time we've sat down
Well, your hair's all wrinkled and you're full of sweat. Underskirt is wringing wet. You've been doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You've been doing something. I can tell by the way you smell. As you come in here walking just like a goose, and you look like somebody just to turn you loose. You've been doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You've been doing something I can tell by the way you smell. Well, mama, and look at this. She got a hand in her tulum up to her wrist. She's been doing something wrong. She's doing something wrong. You've been doing something I can tell by the way you smell. War going on out here. I'm sitting on the freeway. I just keep playing out here. Okay, good. Now you come in here walking just like a goose. You look like somebody just to turn you loose, and you can do it. You've been doing something wrong. Hurts my teeth. Doing something I can tell by the way you smell. Bye. Roosevelt came to the land of the hummingbird, proud to welcome her. Roosevelt came to the land of the hummingbird, proud to welcome her. Listen to our island, there's bound to be an epoch in local history, definitely marking a new era, keeping Trinidad in America. This great man jubilation was against by the entire population. The principle of the USA was shown from his house, the stars and the stripes were flown. Straight through open the gate to the President of the United States. In fact, everybody was glad to welcome Roosevelt to Trinidad. We are privileged to see the Democratic President of the great republic, with his charming and genial personality and his wonderful urbanity. We were struck by his modest style, was intrigued by the famous Roosevelt smile. No wonder everybody was glad to welcome Roosevelt to Trinidad. We understand that the president had just been on a visit to Brazil and the Argentine. Mr. Cooder and Aunt Hinton, they took part in a peace conference to stop war and atrocity, make the world safe for democracy. The greatest event in the century, in the interest of suffering humanity.
Hard to know. Just a second. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? I'm gonna do this, I don't know what's happening with these, so I'm gonna think about it. I'll ignore the whole goddamn thing. I'm gonna do this tune about Wild Bill Hickok. Now, he was a sheriff in Dodge City in the old days in the West, you see. And, killed many men, and got to be old on the job, and he was a good sheriff, but he knew that when you get old as a lawman, your days are numbered after a certain point in time, and you have to step down and you can't wear the badge anymore. So what he did was he had a little son. He taught him to shoot in the hopes that the boy would grow up to be a marshal and take over and everything would be all right, keep the family in the business, you see. So every day when the boy would get home from nursery school, he'd take him out in the backyard with a 6-gun, and he'd give him the gun and set up the tin cans, and he'd, start him in target practice. Then the boy went to grammar school, he got a little older, and he'd get these birds and get some pigeons and set the pigeons out, and gave him a little rifle and practice with that. And then he got into high school, and he'd take some prisoners out from the jail that were just a drag to have around, basically, and he'd set them up in the backyard. Give them a big .357 Magnum that had just come out at the time. And he'd set these prisoners up by the fence and give the boy a bunch of rounds, in this big Magnum handgun there, and he'd just blast away at these guys, and he'd miss them, because he couldn't shoot really. He didn't have the talent for it, see. He had the will and the desire to do this kind of thing, but he just wasn't good. So finally what happened was he did become sheriff, of course, the boy did, but he had to hire a gang of thugs to help him out. He had guys with
like automatic weapons up on the roofs of the building and telescopes watching. He had midgets underneath the tables with derringers in the bar. And generally he had people around with all kinds of weapons so that when he got in a shooting scrape, you see, these guys would back him up. And they just blast away at whoever he was arguing with at the time, and then everybody figured, oh, this guy's a great shot, he never misses. See, the fact was he couldn't shoot anybody, he had to have his people. So this song tells a real true story about how it was at that time in this little town, you see. In the wild and the woolly west, I likes little Wild Bill Jr. He was a better than the rest. Now Junior, he didn't pick 'em, and when his pistol spoke, so you could always see his head standing above the smoke, and that's what they get. Messing with Mr. Wild Bill Hickok's son, 'cause he just took his knife and he cut another notch on his gun. One day Junior got a message from a man named Cactus Pete. Went out on the street and out on the street. Well, about 10 seconds later, old Pete, he went for broke. And you could still see Junior's hand standing above the smoke. Well, that's what Pete gets. For messing with Mr. Wild Bill Hickok's son, 'cause he just took his knife and he cut another notch on his gun. Big round poker table at a big state poker game. Well, a man called Junior's daddy, a real low down and dirty name. He rose up from the table and he made a pistol stroke, and you can still see Junior's head standing above the smoke. And that's what they all get. For messing with Mr. Wild Bill Hickok's son, 'cause he just took his knife and it cut another notch on him. It goes on and on, you know, and pretty soon there's fewer and fewer people in this town, see. And those that are left are too scared to do anything. They're too scared to go out, the housewives too scared to go to the market. Businessman becomes too frightened to go to work in the morning. Nothing going on at all. So one night, a bunch of these people get together, see, and they walk outside of town, they sneak out, really, they go to the church that's out there. The preacher's in the church, and he's scared too, you know. Bang on the door, said, "Let us in." Preacher said, "Go away. Leave me alone." He said, "No, you're the only man that can help us. Let us in. We gotta have a meeting about this." He says, "Oh, well, okay." He said, "What are we gonna do about this guy anyhow? We gotta get rid of him." Preacher says, "I have an idea." They said, "What's that?" Preacher said, "Well, I'll take up a collection." And I go down the road to the next town. There's a man down there I've been hearing about. He's good with a gun. I'll bring him back. And
We'll rid the town of this menace once and for all. They said, well, okay, we hate violence, but you go on and do that. And he did. Well, one day Junior got to messing with a man whose name was Bat. He took out all his pistols and shot holes all through his head. They went out on the main street and Junior went for broke. But you couldn't see Junior's hat. Everybody go. Standing above the smoke. Well, everybody says that's what he gets. For messing with Mr. Bad Master's son. 'Cause he just took his mouth and he bit another notch on his gun. That's what it is. Right. Oh, no. Stop walking, it ain't sweet mama though. Well, the girl I'm loving, she's got pretty long curly hair. Now the girl I'm loving, she's got great long curly hair. Well, and a mama and a papa, well, they sure don't like me that. If you catch my trumpet, be hanging upside your wall. Well, if you catch my trumpet, be hanging upside your wall. Like a drum with an echo place on it. Well, you know about that, baby, I need my ashes home. Well, I'm going to drown you, take that right road. But I'm going to drown you, take that right road. And I ain't gonna stop walking till I get in sweet mama door. Getting better all the time. Tell you what, here's a tune. That's a Sleepy John Estes tune too. That last time I saw him before he died down there in Brownsville, he told me this little story about how it was in up until the time President Nixon was president. Nixon was president, something like that anyhow. Before he was president, they used to have this kind of a folk festival in Washington, D.C., you see. And it was a big one like this. They didn't have a Perno truck and all, that kind of thing. But they had, you know, plenty of people, and it was a good thing. And one time, during the last one, had all these folks, you gotta understand, Washington, D.C. is a strange town.
you have, on the one hand, you have slums, real bad, terrible slums, you see? And on the other hand, you have all these monuments of marble and all these statues and things. And the government building. And the people in the government have it so that the folks in the slums don't bother the folks who have to go and work around the monuments and the office building, and keeps them separated that way so we don't have any trouble, you know? Except for the fact that they had this folks festival, which is kind of a mixed up scene and kind of like a lot of people milling around. And one time during the day, had all these folks, about 3,000 folks, out on the lawn in front of the White House, and old Sleepy John Estes sitting up on this platform like this, you see, old blind guy, all kind of, you know, little old man, see, about 80 years old, can't see what's going on, he's playing his song. And Nixon happened to look out of the window of the White House where he was, and saw all these people and figured there was a riot going on. And this, he calls the Secret Service up on the phone and said, get down there and disperse this crowd. Got some strange-looking black fella there leading them. It's a revolt against the government, I can tell. He says to him, he says, it's obvious. To me, he says. Told the Secret Service, you know, what could they do? They said, okay, fine, we'll go down there. So the next thing you know, here comes a bunch of riot police with the helmets and the shields, and just a minute now, lobbing tear gas into the crowd, just as if you folks were there right now. Just think about it. And of course, they took Sleepy John, arrested him for trying to overthrow the government of the United States by force and violence. Had to bail him out, you know. He made up this little song about it. It goes like this. Well, when I got to Washington, you know I was feeling all right. And when I left, I was feeling bad. It's bad, it's sad, 'cause it's a blind man messed up in tear gas. Well, now I heard a racket, and I went on the outside. I got tear gas all in my eyes. Now that's bad. Well, it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in tear gas. Well, now one grabbed me by the feet, and the other one grabbed me by the head. I said, don't worry about the feet, just take care of the head. Now that's real bad. Lord, and it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in tear gas. Heard Mr. Nixon making a talk, and I think it was good advice. He said, I'm just trying to keep all these people from messing up my civil rights. Now it sounds real bad. And it's sad, 'cause it's a blind man messed up in tear gas. By request, I can play this one, I think. All my
life I've been a traveling man. All my life I've been a traveling man. 'Cause I'm staying alone and doing the best I can. While I ship our trunk down to Tennessee. I ship my trunk down to Tennessee. 'Cause it's hard to tell about a man like me. Well, as I had a gal, I couldn't get her off my mind. I had a gal, I couldn't get her off my mind. She passed me up saying she didn't like my time. Well, I'm scared to bother around the house at night. I'm scared to bother around the house at night. She's got a police dog craving for a fight. But his game is rambling and when he gets the change. His game is rambling when he gets the change. He leaves his mark on everybody's hand. Well, I guess I'll travel, I guess I'll let her be. I guess I'll travel, I guess I'll let her be. Before she sits that police dog on me. Have you seen that vigilante man? Have you seen that vigilante man? I've been hearing his name all over the land. Rainy nights down in the engine house, sleeping just as still as a mouse. Man, he come along, chased us out in the rain. that vigilante man. Rainy nights, we pass the time away, sleeping in some good warm place. Man come along and we give him a little raise. Was that a vigilante man? Well, I ramble round from town to town. I ramble around from town to town, and they herded us around like a wild herd of cattle. Was that a vigilante man? Well, tell me, why does a vigilante man? Tell me, why does a vigilante man carry that sort of shotgun in his hand? Will he shoot his brother and sister down? But tell me, have you seen that vigilante man? Have you seen that vigilante man? I've been a-hearing his name all over the land. There's Jesus on the main line, tell him what to do. There's Jesus on that main line, tell him what you want. Now Jesus on that main line, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Now the line ain't never busy, tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy, tell him what you want. Line ain't never busy, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Well, if you want in his kingdom, he will tell him what to do. If you want in his kingdom, tell him what you want. Now if you want in his kingdom, tell him what you want. You can call him up and tell him what you want. Well, if you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you want to, tell him what you want. And if you can call him up and tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Well, it's Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. And it's Jesus on the main, tell him what you want. You can have what you want. Well, this line ain't never busy. Well, the line ain't never busy. Well, the line ain't never busy. 'Cause you can and what you want. It's Jesus on the main line. Jesus on the main line. Jesus on the main line. You can and well, it's Jesus on that main line. Tell him what you want. Well, it's Jesus on that main line. Well, it's Jesus on that main line. 'Cause you can call him up and tell him what you want. What you want. See you tomorrow night. Thanks, that was good. No, please don't. Well, it's me and my wife, we went all over town, and everywhere we went, the people would turn us down in a bourgeois town. it's a bourgeois town. I got the bourgeois blues, gonna spread the news all around. Well, it's me and my wife, we were standing upstairs. I heard a white man say, hey, I don't want no niggas to play, boy. It's a bourgeois town. It's a bourgeois town. I got the bourgeois blues, gonna spread the news all around. Oh, Lord. Well, it's the white folks in Washington, they know how. They call a colored man a nigger, he just to see him bow in a bourgeois town. That is a bourgeois town. 'Cause I got the bourgeois blues, I'm gonna spread the news all around. It's the home of the free, it's the land of the free. I don't wanna be mistreated by no stinking bourgeoisie in a bourgeois town. Lord, a bourgeois town. 'Cause I got the bourgeois blues, gonna spread the news all around. We went all over town, and everywhere we went, the people were turning down all in a bourgeois town. Well, it's a bourgeois town, and it's a bourgeois town. It's a bourgeois town. 'Cause I got the bourgeois blues, gonna spread the news all around. I spread the news all around. I got the bourgeois blues spread all around. I got the bourgeois blues spread all around. I got the bourgeois blues spread all around. I got the bourgeois blues all around. I got the bourgeois blues, gonna spread the news all around.